Clicked on this video today because you are having a follow-through problem, and that is directly affecting your ability to go and achieve your dreams, your goals, and become the person that you want to be. So today I'm going to talk to you about how to get through that and how to become better in life through increasing your ability to follow through. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever started to get into a new goal, a new dream, wanting to do something, wanting to lose weight, wanting to start a business, whatever, and you start, you do it for like a day or two, and then you stop? Been there, done that, okay? I will tell you, I used to be extremely overweight for a long time, and I tried to lose that weight 5 times before I was actually successful in losing that weight. And today I'm going to talk to you about the things that I figured out to help myself follow through with losing the weight that you can apply to any goal so that you can follow through and become the person you want to be, live the dream that you want to live, have the goals that you want to have. When I started trying to lose weight, I noticed that the first thing that I always tried to do, and tell me if you resonate with this in the comments, I always tried to start with the big action, right? I was like, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna run a mile as hard as I can, or I'm gonna go and I'm gonna run as many miles as I can. And every single time that I did that, I came back from the run feeling defeated. Right? I pushed myself so hard, I felt like crap. I never was able to get back up the next day and do it again because I was sore and I just felt like crap. And that is the number one mistake that people make when they go to start a new goal. Fireworks, gunshots, fireworks. Essentially, when people go to start a new goal, they start with this huge action. And that huge action does a couple things to you. Number one, it tires you out. If you watch my channel before, you know I am a big proponent of consistency, okay? And if you tire yourself out in the first day, you cannot get your body used to the consistency. You cannot get your brain used to the consistency. Whether it's losing weight, starting a business, whatever, you have to get used to consistency. Consistency is so important because it's not about taking large action. It's about taking small action daily, okay? Quote that, write that down in your notebook. Hold on to that thought. Taking small action daily, okay? So like I said, what I would do, I would go out there and I would push myself to the limit on the first day. It would tire me out. It would make me feel defeated, and it would remind me how far away I am from my goal. And those are the 3 things that you don't want to do on the first day of trying to achieve a new goal, okay? The first day you realize how much you have ahead of you, and what you need to do is you need to prepare yourself for consistency. So instead of going balls to the wall first day, what I want you to do is start with small action. Find out what small actions you can take to bring yourself to the finish line, okay? It's like a marathon, and you really don't understand this until you actually start running marathons, right? But it's true. Running a marathon is not about running as hard as you can, running as fast as you can right off the bat. Running a marathon is about pacing yourself. Running a marathon is about starting super slow, right? You want to conserve your energy. You want to use your motivation throughout the whole entire journey. You don't want to, crap out all of your motivation right at the beginning because you try to run too hard. So you are to do the same thing when you're starting a new goal. Try to find out what that light jog is, right? Try to find out what that slight walk is, You want to conserve your energy for the rest of the goal. You just need to find out what that small action is that you could take. Think of it like the marathon. What is that small jog that you need to do to just start, okay? And then what I want you to do is I want you to take the small action and stop. Stop, don't think about it too much. Get prepared for tomorrow. And then the next day, you are to take the same small action. Now, I've helped people in my life set and work on achieving goals. And one of the biggest mistakes that I see is that people get very excited in the beginning of the goal, right? So maybe they're a week or 2 weeks in, they start to feel good, and they start to push themselves past their limit. Now, pushing yourself to your limit is great, but pushing yourself past your limit early on in the goal is doing the same thing as pushing yourself past the limit at the first day of the goal. Don't get too excited, okay? You have a whole couple of years in on this goal. You need to think like a millionaire. If you've watched my videos before, you know that I talk about how millionaires think in decades. They don't think in a year's time. They don't think in a month's time. They think in decades, okay? And that's where you need to be thinking. Your goals, your dreams, your aspirations, they are decades. Unfortunately, things don't come easily. Things don't come quickly. The good things are there for the people who wait, the people who are patient, the people who are consistent with the correct action, small action, daily. And that's what you need to focus on. You need to focus on taking that small, consistent action. So figure out what that small action is and learn how to be consistent. I've seen a bunch of different ways on how to stay consistent online. Go out there, do some research on how to be more consistent. If you want, I have videos on my channel on how to be more consistent. Totally accessible information. Next thing that I want to say about achieving your goals is do not give yourself a way out. Do not give yourself a way out, okay? As you start to get into new goals and you start taking these small actions, you are going to realize that on a regular basis, you are going to feel behind in your goal. You're going to feel like you're failing. You're going to feel like things are not going your way. It is more important than ever that you do not give yourself a way out, okay? Once again, I need to start sending out these bracelets. I haven't shipped this one out yet to my one person who reached out who wants my bracelet, but thank you for requesting it. I will be sending it out to you. But I bought these online. I didn't make these, but I'm gonna make some that are my own. Quitters never win. Winners never quit. And that's really all it comes down to, right? That's really all it comes down to is just not quitting. If you can stay consistent, if you can stay at the ball and just keep playing the ball, you literally can't lose. Okay? And I'm not talking about failures. You are going to stumble. You are going to fall down. You are going to take the loss. Things are not always going to be perfect. Although you cannot lose if you don't quit. So just stay consistent. Keep taking your small action and don't give yourself a way out. The true winners in this world, the true people who are successful, believe in themselves. And even when they don't believe in themselves, they are optimistic enough to keep going. And that's what you need to do. You need to be optimistic enough to keep going. Don't give it up. Don't let go. Please. That is one of the number one things when it comes down to the consistency, the small action. You just need to keep going. Do not give up. The last thing that I want to say so far as actually following through with your goals is not fully tracking your progress, okay? Now, setting your action plan is super important, but you need to, instead of, well, how do I put this? I said fully tracking your progress. I should more say that you should not be watching your progress super closely. Like I said, if you want to think like a millionaire, if you want to think like a successful person who actually sets goals, think in a decade's time, okay? And if every single day you stare at yourself in the mirror after you go for a run and you feel like you're not losing weight or you're not looking how you want to look, you are going to discourage yourself. You've seen my videos before, you've seen that I've talked about this before. You need to give yourself the little win for the small action. So here's the formula. talked about this in my videos before. I'm gonna give it to you again. Small action, consistency, give yourself credit for the small wins, create the, what's the word? Motivation, the endorphins, the mental high in your brain. Create the mental high that makes you feel like you are winning. Give yourself the little wins. Make yourself feel happy. Make yourself feel good. That is so, so important, because that way you can start over again, right? Every single day. That's how your day should look. Taking the small action, focusing on the consistency, and then giving yourself the small win. What is the small win? You showed up today. You took action. That's all that matters, okay? When I first started losing weight, I just ran 1 mile every single day. And I wasn't even able to complete the whole entire mile. And that's what you need to focus on when you start any goal. Focus on running the 1 mile every day. It doesn't need to be 3 miles. It doesn't need to be 5 miles. It doesn't need to be a marathon. You need to focus on building the consistency muscle before you build anything else. It doesn't even matter if you just get out there and you go for a walk. You know what I mean? I guess I'm talking about what my goal was consistently when it came to getting active and losing weight. But it was just about getting out there and giving myself the little win, giving myself that mental high of like, hey, I went out there and I did it. I didn't care if I walked. I didn't care if I fell over 5 times. I don't care if I threw up. I don't care. I went out there and I did it. I don't care if it was a good day. I don't care if it was a bad day. I don't care if people laughed at me. I went out there and I took the small action consistently today. I just showed up. And that really all ties back to just not giving up. If you don't give up, if you just show up, if you give yourself the win for showing up, attendance, baby, go out there and be consistent regularly with small action. Give yourself the win. That's how you effing follow through. That's how you do it. And once you get this formula down, you will be able to achieve anything. Okay, I've applied this formula to many different goals in my life, and I've watched these goals grow. Take this YouTube channel, for example. I am literally in the apartment stairwell, okay? Shout out to Lauren Carducci in my comments making fun of me about being in my apartment dungeon. I don't even know if she's gonna see this, but Lauren, you're amazing, but I am 100% in a dungeon. And that is the beauty of this, right? The beauty of this is that I am here showing up every single day. I am applying the exact principles that have gotten me successful in other areas to this exact area, okay? To YouTube, and you can watch it happen in front of your own eyes. Just a couple months ago, I had 0 subscribers. I'm not saying I'm great. I'm not saying I'm a YouTube success, but I checked before I started this video, we almost have 300 subscribers. Like, whoa, that's kind of cool, you know? And I'm not doing anything crazy. I'm not taking, ginormous action. I'm not editing these videos. I just got scared by gunshots outside my apartment building. Like, guys, you don't have to take crazy action. You just have to take the small action. Take it from me. I've literally applied these principles to many different things in my life. You can watch me apply these principles to this YouTube channel right in front of your eyes. Watch it happen. So if you want to go and follow through, start something new, get to a new goal, accomplish something awesome, use these principles, and don't tell me they don't work until you try it. Go out there and try it. So until next time, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, do me a favor. You don't have to subscribe, but you do have to comment down below. I love your comments. I love your comments. Your comments mean everything to me. I love your comments, and I make these videos for you, the person on the other side of the screen. I'm not trying to sell you anything. I'm not trying to make money off you. I just want you to grow. I really want to grow this channel into something that is for the person who's just like me, who is hungry, wants to win, wants to build, wants to be better, wants to have everything they've ever wanted. And I've been in a position where I've been losing, I've been in a position where I've been winning, and I've been back around the circles 10 times. And like, I've learned so much, and I just wish that there was somebody out there on YouTube who was talking about like how to actually achieve goals, how to actually put what you have in your head into the real world, how to create something awesome out of your dreams, how to go and achieve your goals, how to be better, how to get through the hard thoughts, how to get through the hard times, how to get through hard problems and all of these things. There was nothing out there for me, and I want to be that person for you. So if you like this video, do me a favor, comment down below. You don't have to like, you don't have to subscribe, but you are being forced at this moment to comment down below. Go ahead, leave a comment, even if it's just a strength emoji. Give me a bicep emoji in the comments. You, the person on the side of the screen, are awesome. If you made it to the end of this video, it's 11:31 at night and I'm making this YouTube video just for you. I want you to win. So go out there and do something. Got my cat's hair all over me. Do something great. You deserve the world. If you've watched this video to the end, you are already doing something right. So go ahead, apply the principles to this video. Go start taking small, consistent action today. Give yourself the little wins, and you will be amazing. I believe in you. Until next time, go out there and do something great. Talk to you soon.